All right, guys, let's get back into it. Winning with blends, of course, Justin Blends. Today, what we're going to do is talk about delay. So first things first, what exactly is delay? I'm going to bring up a track that I've got in the background. It's really just for demonstration purposes. So very simple, just drums and a vocal track, okay? Delay is a time-based effect, essentially, and it involves replaying recorded audio over time, typically delayed, okay? I'd say stick around to the end because I'll go over some of the FL Studio mobile instruments that do have delay effects and echo effects parameters that you can adjust to perfect your sound. First things first, let's get to the tape delay, okay? Tape delay has a few parameters. Of course, time is the spacing between your echoes. Feedback is the number of echoes you have. Asynchronicity creates a stereo effect, so it will turn left to bounce from left to right, and it will turn, if you turn right, it will bounce from right to left, okay? And of course, mix is the strength of your echo. So if I were to take this sound and I would send it to, let's say, tape delay, let me remove it from the master for now. So it's just the straight tape delay. I can start making some adjustments here, and you'll hear that vocal right here. Oh, I'm sorry, I put the drums there. Pardon me. Let's go back to the vocal, and let's set this one to tape delay and drop it from the main. And now we should hear that tape delay. Let's put it to the max mix, and let's adjust some of these parameters so you guys can hear that vocal changing a bit, okay? Asynchronicity, let's bring it to the minus. So minus would make it, turning left would make it pan, bounce left to right, and turning right makes it bounce right to left, okay? Very useful. Ooh, hear that? Nice. Let's do one quick adjustment here. Okay, let's drop this again, go back to the main. Okay, we'll remove that. Boom, we remove that. Let's go on to Trance Delay, okay? So it has a variety of time signatures, and these are the tabs along the top. Let's go to Trance Delay right here, right? You've got a variety of time signatures that you can adjust, right? And this, of course, is relative to the timing of the echoes to the beat, okay? 3/4 right here, 3/4 right here is typically used for trance. That's where it draws the name from, okay? So let's actually go back to this vocal sample, and let's go and send this to Trance Delay and drop this out of the master. So it's just the Trance Delay. Turn that up to the max, and we will look at a couple of the parameters within the Trance Delay super quickly, okay? So we're looking at the stereo, all right? Uses stereo, ping pong, and mirror. Stereo is both left and right channels are delayed at the same time, okay? Let's give the feedback a little bit more so you guys can hear, okay? Let me shorten it. It's very long now. Shorten it just a bit so you can hear the difference, okay? Ping pong has a few other parameters, as you can see, a little bit different, right? It has input, pan, and such like that, right? So ping pong is where there's existing left or right pan, the delay will bounce between the current and the opposite pan position. So input pan, let's make this extreme. You hear that? Let's switch it to input pan to the left, and we'll hear it more pan from left, from right to left, right to left, left to right, left to right, okay? Let's go to mirror. Now the delay will bounce between the left and right, quite simply. You can hear for yourselves right now. Okay? And filter, all right? So a couple of quick things here. Mix, of course, is the strength of your echo. Now, filter, there are two filter modes relative to the middle, which is the default, okay? Double clicking will get you right to the middle. Up, you swipe up to filter low frequencies from the echoes, and down to filter high frequencies, okay? Mess around with this, have a lot of fun. Let's head right back over to this one, put it right back to the main, and we'll drop the Trance Delay. Just for now, we'll click an X, so super clear. Next, let's move on to, what do we have here? The MultiFX Delay. You've got a lot of options here, Vox, Panner, Phaser, such and such. We'll dive into this, and I'm pretty sure we dove into a lot of this, but we'll get into this a little bit more in the future. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pin a video right now where we spoke about the MultiFX in detail, so do check that out right now. Pause this one, check it out, come back, or save the other one for later, all right? So MultiFX Delay is pretty simple. Now you have delay / echo and the feedback and filter, okay? So feedback is the amount of echo strength, and of course the echo filter Up and down is for essentially the echo filter. Okay, so adjusting left and right is the strength of the feedback. And let's actually get this going on right here. So we'll go to MultiFX, we'll drop it from the main, just that we're simply dealing with it through MultiFX. Okay, up and down, adjust the filter. Hear that? Okay. All right. Okay, so now let me head back over here. Guys, I've got a couple of bonuses. Thank you so much for checking this one out as usual. Let's dive in. Justin Blends back with a little more FL Studio mobile goodness. First of all, let's head over to the MiniSynth, okay? Because within the MiniSynth, what we're going to do is we're actually going to take this vocal and we're going to bring the vocal into other instruments. So let's leave the vocal here and let's bring the vocal down into the MiniSynth and see what we can do with the MiniSynth, okay? So the MiniSynth has a couple of parameters as well within these effects. As you see, FX, you have distortion, delay, chorus, phaser, and so forth. Of course, we're dealing with delay today. So what you can do within the MiniSynth is you can adjust the feedback, which is the number of echoes you get, okay? And filter, right here, is the amount of high frequency filtering applied to each of these steps, all right? Remember, guys, you can use automation to do a lot of cool things. We'll dive in actually even further to one later where you can do a little bit more cool functionality with pitch shifting and so forth, okay? Now, of course, mix is how you can adjust the overall strength, the volume of your echoes, right? Now, and of course, time is the signature that you're dealing with, the tempo synced delay, okay? Right, let's put this all the way to the max. It's going to be longer, well, 3/4. Right, let's go all the way down to, oh, we already did 1/4. Let's go to whole. Right, and you can filter that. You can have tons of fun with your automation. So you could turn it off and on, and you can cycle through all of the different effects as you wish, turn them on or off as you wish. Now let's go back. What we're going to do is we're going to take this note, we're going to bring it down to our next effect, or next instrument, pardon me, which is GMSynth or Groove Machine Synth. Okay, so what we have is we have 4 different effects that you could put in, 3, pardon me, you could turn them on or off, and you have delay as you see right now. Okay, so of course, X, the left and right, will adjust the feedback amount of the delay, so the strength of the delay, and Y is going to adjust the echo filtering. Okay, these are simply up and down. You could choose to adjust them as you wish. But I also love the fact that you can adjust the rate. You can adjust for the LFO. You can adjust the type of shape of the LFO as well. And you guys just see that. There's just so much you can do. There's so much fun you can have in here. I would say dive into all this. Why not? Enjoy yourselves. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, we're going to use these exact notes that we took from the female vocalist, and this time we're going to put it on the SuperSaw. Okay, SuperSaw has a couple of parameters as well right in here. I love the fact that you can adjust the overall gain of the input, the signal, the sound, and you can adjust the delay effect mix over there, so you can really dial in the exact levels you want with the delay right here, as well as the gain right here, and as well as the distortion. You guys know me, and I love my distortion, right? So the delay, okay, right here, controls a couple of things. So we have time, which is according to beats per minute. Okay. Of course, you can adjust the pattern, the feedback here. Okay, you can adjust the signature here as well. You can also adjust the filtering, as you see. So the amount of high frequency filtering applied to each round of echoes is the delay filter. Let's turn this up. Let's turn this down. You hear that, guys? Okay, let me make this shorter, just because it's actually a little bit better if I make this one shorter, just so you can get a better sense of what this sound's doing. So I'll drop this down a little bit and make this little bits, okay? It's a little off, but just for now, I think you guys will get the point. Okay, check it out. Let's turn this up a bit. turn the distortion up. Change the signature. See what I mean, guys? Super cool. Let's use this sound that we have right now that we chopped into bits for the last one. Okay, so now we're looking at the 3X oscillator. Okay, so the 3X oscillator is a little bit different because it deals with note echoes and not audio-based echoes. Now, some of these tools actually use audio-based echoes, some use note-based echoes, okay? So this allows you to do a lot of other functionality, let's just say pitch shifting and some other, let's say maybe better or more adjustable techniques within your mix. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go in here and use one of these techniques. Let's go like this, and let's make this all half. Okay, so they're longer. There we go, a little bit longer. Okay, so now we go. So what we got here is, okay, so within the echoes channel, as you see, we could choose the amount of echoes. All right, so the 3X oscillator deals with echoes, okay, as you see right here. Now, the number of echoes generated for each note, as you see right here with echoes, okay? It is recommended to keep the number low depending on your CPU usage. But you can see right here, you got a lot of different parameters. You can do some ping pong effect. You can hear that bouncing back and forth. You can adjust the panning. You can adjust the timing. You can adjust the pitch. I love it. There's so much you can do here. Of course, you have a lot of opportunities here to mess about and do different things. The resonance, okay? Cut off. And you could also automate this, guys. Let's do less voices just to try. Hear that? Let's do more voices. Pan. Cut off. Okay. You hear that, guys? Panning more to the right. Let's go all the way to the right. You guys explore this, have fun, you know, dive in, just experiment with everything. Guys, thank you so much for checking this one out. As usual, winning with blends, Justin Blends, diving into the effects, all the different ways that you can use delay. Thank you so much for your time today, guys. I appreciate it. All right. Drop a comment. I want to see your feedback, and all the best to you guys until next time. All right. Take it easy. Later.